Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the last regional finals before the 2015 Call of Duty Championship presented by Xbox. Chris Puckett up in the booth, joined by our first cast-off contestant. Let me introduce you to Chance. Chance, before we get this started, tell the fans out there a little bit about yourself.
This is the first event I've ever casted at, first LAN I've ever been at, fourth match in total that I've ever casted. I've had 3 on the Bravo stream so far, so incredibly nervous coming in, but we got a great match coming up for us today, so we're going to see how it goes.
Well, you're looking good, brother. And of course, if you guys haven't heard of the cast-off, we have our 4 cast-off finalists here this week, and this is their final performance. We'll see how they perform alongside some of us veteran casters. One lucky winner will join us out in LA to cast at the $1 Million Tournament. But with that said, let's tell you what you can win. We got a Scuff controller on the line. All you have to do to win it, step 1, retweet and tune in to MLG.tv/NA. Step 2, tweet the following hashtags: hashtag CODChamps, hashtag NA Final, and of course, hashtag Team Scuff. ScuffGaming.com, the place to get your own MLG Scuff controller. Win yours now by participating in our Twitter giveaway. So Chance, giveaways aside, let's get into the action. We got our next match on the main stage, Envy versus Prophecy. I had this match in my bracket, and I actually had Prophecy going pretty far. That was based off of seeing Envy at the last Season 1 championship. That was the last event we had here in this arena. What's your prediction coming in?
Okay, so Envy is obviously a really good respawn team. They've got a lot of slaying power in Zuma, Saints, and Nameless, of course, with your AR player. And Prophecy is generally going to be your better search and destroy player. So the first map is going to be BioLab Hardpoint. I expect Prophecy to take it and go against the norm. And then for the second map for Search and Destroy on Solar, I'm going to expect Prophecy to drop that map to Envy.
Really?
Yes, and I'm expecting a Game 5 without a doubt, but I have no idea who's going to win. I think Game 5 is going to be intense.
No, I'm really excited for Envy. Nameless was basically shoving TR out of the booth. He's so excited to get in here, get warmed up. But walk me through, who are the 4 players on our screen right now?
Okay, so right now we have Saints in your top left corner, Zoom in your top right, Merc, the legend himself, in the bottom left, and of course Nameless in the bottom right. Nameless and Merc have been teaming together for a long time now, both been veterans of the Envy squad and veterans of the Call of Duty sport as a whole. Saints is a player that has grinded the game almost like no other pro. He's been around forever. And Zuma is an extremely talented player. I think the first map on Hardpoint yesterday actually dropped 54 kills, so he's having an impressive performance so far, and it's a very good squad.
He's doing great so far in this event. Saints want to show him some special love. If you remember back, he was part of that Strictly Business squad last year at the U.S. Championship. He was part of that SB team that took down Complexity to win the event. He's looking for the #1 spot here at the NA Finals once again. We'll see if he can get it, but it's not going to be easy. On the other side of the stage, we got Prophecy. They're coming in with the higher seed. Let's take a look at this squad. Prophecy, of course, you're going to see Ricky and EnVyUs. Ricky, he's your OBJ player. It says AR Slayer. He can get it done, though, with all the weapons. Just a .9 KD overall from our Season 1 stats. His S&D game is where he shines, though.
Yeah, I was really expecting Ricky to actually not be too great at this game. Advanced Warfare is extremely fast-paced, and historically, Ricky has been a really slow-paced AR player, but he's really come out to shine. Granted, he only had a .9 KD in your respawn, but still, he's shown up on Advanced Warfare. He's done extremely well in adjusting to the SMG. He's a great all-around player, and especially good at Search and Destroy.
You just saw Moch. Here's a look at Classic. These are the guys I'm looking to put up the numbers. Here are your Slayers. Classic, phenomenal performance earlier in the tournament. You saw him top in the leaderboard with kills and deaths, and then you have EnVyUs. EnVyUs finishing top 3 with Optic Gaming at last year's Call of Duty Championship. Cashing out there, been a long-time member of Optic Nation before finding himself alongside Ricky once again. EnVyUs, another guy that just gets it done, but when I look at this prop squad, I see a team that is one of the very few that can win without outslaying their opponents. They win by the teamwork, the chemistry, and just making the big plays when they matter.
Yeah, they work extremely well together. Obviously, EnVyUs and Ricky been together for a long time. Classic, another veteran sport, and Machilla is an extremely scary player when he gets going. And EnVyUs especially is able to mesh well with random teams. He normally comes in with players that haven't been around the scene for a while, and he does extremely well with them. So when you put him on a team that's obviously filled with other great players, I expect this team to go very far.
I don't know about you guys, but I think Chance knows his stuff. Make sure, of course, we got our poll underneath the video player. Vote for your favorite cast-off contestants. Chance is the first of 4, and we're getting into the first of 5 games here on the main stage in the best of 5. We're kicking things off with BioLab Hardpoint, and who do you say is your favorite team to take this one?
EnVy with the Staying Power, I think, is going to lose to Prophecy on this map. This is actually one of their worst maps too as well for Hardpoint. That is EnVy I'm talking about, which is very surprising. Obviously, this is a very fast-paced game type that normally EnVy is a team that thrives on, but I think Prophecy is going to be able to just outdo them for this.
I'm going to start things off here with Moj. Now, this is a guy who's kind of an X factor for me. Never know what I'm going to get, but when he is slaying, this team is dominating. At the start, he's going to pick up the first 2 kills with the Val, but it's EnVy inside first. And a little bit surprising because when you start off the game, you got to think that this Prop squad had the better spawn. Saints already heating up. Also want to quickly mention Gucci is actually Zuma in this game. Just a quick profile error.
Yeah, that was 4 down from Prophecy. You saw right there, allowing EnVy to come in, and now they've been able to get enough control that they're taking a pretty big lead at 19-3. But it looks like now EnVy is actually able to retain control as Prophecy had a little bit of contest time there, but then those players go down. So really scrappy hill first, but EnVy impressively coming out hot with a 27-5 lead.
15 seconds left. Chance, where do they want to go?
Right now, they want to start rotating over to the next hill by Eskies, and it looks like your Gucci, is that the player
That's
we're
Zuma,
looking at?
yep.
Zuma, okay, excuse me. Looks like your EnVy squad has got that early rotation, but you're going to see Prophecy pushing up through snow, and it looks like they're going to be able to get that initial break.
Yeah, Merc is going to have to loop all the way around from green. You can see the setup here. Merc is going to patiently wait for his teammates to get in position, hope that no one is looking his way, and pick up 1 or 2. He's got the first. There's Ricky. Great patience here shown by the veteran. 6-2. Merc, he was a big question mark after watching him at the Season 1 Championship. Not always slaying at his best so far. He's on top of the team, and Nameless heating up right behind him at 9-5.
Yeah, that really was a great veteran play by Merc there. You've seen a lot of players, especially on the Bravo stream, well, they'll just flood a hill or they'll be impatient and won't wait for their teammates. But Merc waited to coordinate for the rest of his team so they could pinch together, and you see he was able to pick up a really easy 2-piece, and they've had a lot of time on this hill after breaking after about 10 seconds.
Nameless was on a 3 streak, Merc on a 4 streak. Both players are finally going to be taken down. Going over to Moch, back from this prop squad. And actually, you know what? Let's go to the battle on the opposite side of the map. This is always a huge one. Whoever gets blue first has an opportunity to get a full 60 seconds. It looks like Moch is going to be the last one alive as everyone went down. He will be pushing up, but they are going to have to fight their way in. Already 3 players set up to defend.
Yeah, your EnVy squad right now has just been purely out-rotating this Prophecy squad. Mochilla sitting right now at 10-6. It's the only one positive for Prophecy. Classic and Ricky both at 3-10. Really struggling right now, but hopefully if they can start to turn around, Prophecy is going to be able to make a little bit of a comeback as they are able to break the blue hill, which is very impressive for them.
Moch doing huge moves there. Picked up 2. He got a little bit of help from his teammate that was Classic in the kill feed. Classic surprisingly at just 4-11. Ricky 3-12. Both players need to get it going. It's the first 3 minutes, so there's still plenty of time left in this game. But if these guys aren't keeping up with the slaying from EnVy, they're going to be in a bad spot. But great hold so far. Classic going to be watching low, jumping up to the middle as well. You see nothing but blue in the kill feed. Prof is going to come right back on your scoreboard. They got 5 more seconds here, only down by about 25 points at the rotation.
Yeah, this is a huge hill for Prophecy after being down and being out-rotated for the first 2 hills. For them to be able to take and break that hard point right there, especially on the difficulty, that is that blue hill. That is an extremely good momentum swing for Prophecy, and let's see if they can keep this going on green plat.
Ricky's gonna keep it rolling. Wasn't able to get too many though. Merc now pushing out, and you gotta appreciate what Merc is doing. He's trying to keep his opponent spawning way out, but while he jumped to the middle, 2 players snuck right underneath, and the hill is now broken. His teammates not aware that the pressure was coming, and that is gonna cost EnVy. Name was falling off the map, but Zuma still applying pressure. He's gonna get a huge kill there on Classic to keep control here for EnVy. Once again, pulling away by about a 50-point advantage if he gets this next kill.
That's actually really great for EnVy to do as well. When Prophecy started gaining a little bit of momentum on that last hill, it's good to just shut it down right away and assert your dominance as a respawn team. The slaying power really just so far has been too much to handle.
And across the map, you see lots of pressure going down at purple. Gucci's gonna melt the hill. Excuse me, that's Zuma. See, I do it. Yeah. And he's gonna push right into the biolab now. This hard point, we see nothing but scrap time, but is there anything you can do to really lock down control. We just saw Prophecy push 3 in.
Yeah, you're going to have to do exactly what Prophecy does right there. You have to get at least 3 players in the hill, and you have to basically force the other team to be spawning out past purple. So if you can get them flooding in from purple and you can control that, you can push players out there, out of that spawn, and cut them off and get the kills. So basically to lock down this hill, you have to have really good slaying power and good coordination with your team to be able to work together.
And look where Merc is going. I wanted to show you Merc as he looped all the way around the map. He spawned out in front of blue, ran the perimeter, now jumping in the back, and still his team struggling to break. Saints now in, has 2 players to deal with. This whole time they've been contesting, but Prophecy keeping it close within 32 points. Once again, Ricky, a big kill there to score even more time. Classic coming in from Snow to support. Surprisingly, Prophecy able to use the Biolab hill to get right back in the game. Now they have an opportunity. Envy in the next hard point first though, and we'll see now that we're in the second side, will Envy be able to pull away once again, or will Prof take the lead for the first time in this game?
Yeah, it's going to be 3 down for Prof right there, which is great for the Envy squad. But if you look at Ricky and EnVyUs, or excuse me, Ricky and Classic, they both started at 3 and 10. Ricky has really brought it back, only at 18 and 20 now, which isn't a phenomenal score, but considering the start he had, he's doing really impressive, and he's been helping his team a lot to make a little bit of comeback. But Envy on this hill has been able to lock it down for quite some time, and they're really starting to pull away with this match with a near 60-point lead.
And that is a big 2-piece from Moch, going for a third, won't land it. That's Saints charging through. Nameless on your screen next is going to be holding it down for Envy. Ice locked down, no one's getting through Nameless's tunnel. He charges out, getting really aggressive. 3 down for Envy. Classic starting to rotate, and we know they got to get to red. He is going to be the first one set up. 2 players from Envy will be charging from straight ahead. 1 on the roof, 1 right in front of him went down, and he's going to have some fantastic support. That was Moch trading kills before falling, and this is Prof's opportunity. 3 minutes, 48 seconds left. You really messed up on that last hard point. You got to make up the time here.
Yeah, this is almost a mirror image of what happened last time. Prophecy was able to get the early initial control of the Eskies Hill, but Envy took their time and was able to pinch from both sides. We saw almost the exact same thing, except this time Saints was your player coming from the left side of the map rather than Merc, but they were still able to break it. But now we're going to have a little bit of a contest time, and it looks like Prophecy was able to come away with it as EnVyUs is going to be dropping down, and he is able to pick up a kill on Saints. So Prophecy now with your early control, but they're going to need all of this time on this hill and a bunch of it on the next 2 to make this comeback.
I know Ollie, the owner of Prophecy, is pulling out his long, beautiful hair. What can Prof do to get back in this game, Chance? We're down to the last 3 minutes, 10 seconds, trailing by 50.
I mean, so far, they're just going to have to continue doing exactly what they're doing now. If they lose control of the hill, they're going to have to break it extremely quickly. Take your time to make those breaks, because even if it costs you 10 seconds to get set up, you're still going to be able to effectively get the next 20 or 30 if you play it properly. And this hill is going to be absolutely huge. They're going to need the next 60 seconds, but right now they have full control of it, and the Envy players are far away. If they recognize where they come from, and it looks like EnVyUs on your screen has the ice locked down, and he's actually turning around. Great recognition from him, but the players from Envy are actually going to pinch this hill, so we're going to have a little bit of contest time. Whoever comes out with this hill right now is going to win this match.
Classic's going to fall, so did EnVyUs and Ricky. EnVyUs has 1 chance to break, 3 players in front of him though, and they have 30 points left on this hard point. They cannot give up, they at least have to contest. He's inside, making sure Envy doesn't get any points. Nice assist coming in as Classic gets the kill. A few shots and Classic's back. Embo staying alive. Ricky helping out with the kill on Zuma. They have an opportunity here. 2 minutes, 8 seconds, but it's still anyone's game.
Yeah, they did play that perfectly right there. Unfortunately, they did get broken, so they weren't able to control this entire hill the entire time. But when the hill did get broken, they were able to take their time and get sat back up to get the remaining scrap time is. So now we're going to have 2 minutes left, and they're only down by 30 seconds, which is an easily attainable goal for them to achieve. And right now we're going to be on board with Nameless, who's going to be pushing around. He's able to pick up a kill on Mochilla and retain hill control. Able to get the 2-piece, killing up on Classic as well. But right now, Prophecy still does have this hill control. Actually, as soon as I say that, Envy does go back and break it.
Yeah, that was actually a huge 2-piece from Nameless. I was showing you Saints' spawn across the map before we switched over. Nameless picking up 2, cleared the way, bought his teammates some time, but Prof right after retaking it. We're down to the last 80 seconds. The score differential so tight here, less than 30 points separating these 2 teams. Ricky holding it down. He has caught fire in the second half. -2, but getting the big kills when needed. Classic continues to slay. He's sitting at 35 and 27. Actually, that's Moch, excuse me. And Moch just spawned out. Big bow kills need to come through to lock down red, not allowing anyone through that tunnel.
Yeah, we're going to have about a 25-point lead right now from Envy as Prophecy does get the remaining scrap time of that hill as well. The past two hills, Prophecy have actually been able to dominate and get the majority of the time, and they're going to have to do that exact same thing right here. So the Envy players are flooding right now from purple. If Prophecy can clean it up, it's going to be huge for them. But Envy, they really only need to contest the time for the next 37 seconds.
37 seconds, 16 points. Prof not with control. It's Envy locking it up here in the final minute. They are primed to take it, and it's just about mathematically impossible for Prof to win this game. Classic trying to stay alive. They got to stop the contest down to the 20 seconds. They need to play this perfect. They will win by 1.
I think literally Envy only has to contest for about 1 single second, which I don't know if they're going to be able to do, as Prophecy actually does have a good setup. So this is going to come down to the wire. 6 seconds left. They only need 5 points. This is going to be it. If no one can contest from Envy, this might be it. We might see a tie game. No, if someone gets in from Envy, that's going to be your game. 2 points, first match. Fantastic game. Envy able to hold it out.
Prophecy was down by as many as 80 points in this game. They finished down by just 2, holding on to the hard point on this map. BioLab both times getting big chunks of time, but in the end, Saints and Nameless 41 kills each, 7 captures apiece, just applying that pressure at the end, able to hold on by 2 points overall. Envy's gonna take first in our best of 5.
Yeah, I tell you what, if I'm wrong with that prediction, but the game is going to be played out like that, I'm perfectly fine with that. That game was intense. For the first game for me on men's stage, that was incredible.
Pick one player from each team. Who are you most impressed by?
Definitely Saints for your Envy squad. You know, he was taking his time, breaking hills, doing exactly what he needed to do, obviously sitting at 41 and 35, having a solid game. Mochilla, on the other hand, for the other team, 40 and 31, did his job, and when his team was struggling at the initial point at the match, he was still doing extremely well. He was literally carrying his team in the backpack as early on, and when they started getting momentum, he kept it consistent.
All right, we'll see. Will Prof be able to tie things up? They're heading to Search and Destroy next. Right now, Envy leads 1 out of the 5. We'll see what's going to happen next. What's our next game mode?
Next, we're going to have Search and Destroy on Solar, which I predicted Envy to win, but at this point, I don't know. I'm just hoping for a round 11.
S&D Solar, we're hoping for a round 11. Find out if we'll get it after this.